naming conventions, please be very careful on the naming conventions of your formula. It is case insensitive. It is space insensitive when you define it, but when you are accessing the value, it is space sensitive. So as in this example, while I am defining this, I can provide CMP space mail space name. Definition can have spaces, but while I am accessing, spaces aren't allowed. It will give you a red line under that particular formula name. Should not contain any special characters. By now you would have understood why we do not allow special characters. Each special character has a specific meaning. Cannot contain a keyword or an attribute name, and cannot begin with the number. So these are the naming conventions, and these naming conventions are standard across the entire TDL. Now the special symbol hash. The symbol hash can be referred for referring a field value or for modifying the existing definition. So for modifying the existing definition, we have already written we have written 2 codes, so you know that. And for referring to a field value, you can simply write hash the field name, and this text of this field will be referred here. So even this field will showcase hello world, and even this field will show you hello world. So again, for this you can write a TDL code, create a report, and by just try and write an hash HW and see how does your output look like. So the moment you change the hello world in field 1, automatically the value in field 2 will change. Definition modifier hash we have already seen. We have modified the gateway of tiling menu. Similarly, you can modify any definition type that you want. Now accessing value of a variable using double hash. For variable, again we have a very detailed chapter. So variable is nothing but a container of a data, which this data can be placed anywhere and can be called anywhere. So to identify this as a hash, identify that this is a value stored in a variable, it is double hash. So you can just try it out. Then we have accessing method using a single dollar. Any information from an object can be extracted by using a method or a UDF. The dollar is prefixed using prefix. The dollar the dollar prefix is used to invoke or deploy the value from a method or a UDF of any object, where the term method and object are TDL specific. Again, we have an in-depth coverage of this in our chapter Objects and Collections, which would be a part of our session 3. So please do refer to session 3. Then we have a double dollar symbol. In TDL, functions are inbuilt, and TDL programmers can also make functions. A function can accept 0 or more arguments and to perform a specific task on arguments and return a value. So while identifying that it is a function, a double dollar is used to make the system understand that what you are writing is a function and can return or may not return value based on the function's nature. Then we have certain general symbols for adding comments, which we have already seen, a single semicolon or a double semicolon. These and slash asterisk asterisk slash to comment multiple lines. So we have already seen this. Then we have the plus symbol, that is the line continuation character. It is used to split a lengthy line into a number of shorter lines. By doing this, the programmer can see the entire line without scrolling left or right, and this also helps in debugging the code faster. Then we have a special symbol underscore. The symbol underscore is used to expose methods to ODBC. So what you can see as an ODB, whatever method you want to see as an ODBC, it can be prefixed with an underscore. By prefixing the underscore to a collection name, it returns into a procedure which can be referred externally by passing the parameter as a variable. So an external application can also read the collection if it is prefixed by an underscore. Then we have the asterisk symbol, also known as a reinitializer. When an asterisk is used for an existing definition, all the attributes of the definition are overwritten. This is very useful when there is a need of completely replacing the entire existing description content with a new code. Then we have the exclamation mark. It is used to define optional definitions, where the optional definitions can be called with the help of the attribute modifier switch and option. And this is the end of our session 1. Thank you. And for further queries, do write to our support desk at support.tallydeveloper@tallysolutions.com.